Okay, so here we are, CXC's CSEC Mathematics, June 2018. Question 1. Question 1A, both parts are arithmetic questions. Using BODMAS, plug them into your calculator directly and then write to 2 decimal places. So the answer, what we got, 24.3318, but we only want 2 decimal places, so we count 2 places after the decimal point. This is the decimal point, pair 1 2, the number after 3 is 1, so we keep it as is, 24.33, and I've written very carefully that this is my answer to 2 decimal places. Same thing goes for part 2. It was 2.6775. We wanted it to 2 decimal places, so it rounds up to 2.68. Why? Because 7 is the second decimal place. The number after was 7. 7 is greater than 5, so we added 1, so we get 2.68. All right. For the B part, we had a real life situation. Jenny works at Sammy's restaurant and is paid according to the rates in the following table. And the table tells us that her basic wage is $600. That is her weekly wage agreement. Then she gets $0.90 for each customer served. So she gets 90 cents for each customer served. Then they gave us the formula that her Jenny's weekly wage is 600 plus 0.9 by n, n being the number of customers that she had. So for part 1 and B, they want us to determine Jenny's weekly wage if she served 230 customers. So n is 230, we plug that in and we get simply 807, 1 mark. There's no room for error here. Second question, the second part of B. In a good week, Jenny's wage is $1,000 or more. As soon as you see or more, you know that you are no longer dealing with an equal sign, that you are dealing with an inequation. So you're going to have either greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. The question then goes on to tell us what is the least number of customers that Jenny must serve in order to have a good week. So least means that it could be she could get $1,000 or more than $1,000. So how many customers does she need? What is her target to get a good week? So we set it up that they've told us that her weekly wage has to be greater than or equal to 1,000. But what was her weekly wage? The formula that they gave us was up here. We are just going to reuse it and put it into the inequation that we have formed. So we'll get 600 plus 0.9n is greater than or equal to 1,000. We subtract 600 from both sides. It disappears here. Well, it cancels out here and is on this side as negative 600. This becomes 400. And so we have 0.9n is greater than or equal to 400. 0.9 is multiplying by n. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide on both sides and we will get that 400 over 0.9, which is 444.4. This dot here above means that it is recurring. However, we cannot have a fractional customer. So n has to be greater than or equal to 445 customers. So how would this play out? Well, we will get this answer as 1 mark and setting up the inequation up there as another mark. All right, B part 3. So for Shauna, so this is another worker over there. Shauna is paid $270 plus $1.50 for each customer she serves, and they want us to write a formula for Shauna. So that's easy. We are following the same format as the formula for Jenny. So WS is equal to the basic wage, $270, and then plus what she's getting per customer, 1.5 by M, right? Because M is the number of customers that she has. That's it, 1 mark. Then they tell us, and this one is a little bit more difficult, in a certain week, Jenny and Shauna received the same wage for serving the same number of customers. So we need to get the information down. So Jenny and Shauna is the same wage. So WJ is equal to WS. And since it's the same number of customers, we have that M is equal to N. So when we put the two, we want to use either 2 M's or 2 N's. So we equate the two. We write Jenny's formula, we write Shauna's formula, but I've chosen to use N. N over there and N over here, right? Because again, it is the same number of customers. 270, I like to bring the smaller one across. Positive 270 becomes negative 270. Positive 0.9 or adding 0.9. Let me not say positive because that may confuse some. This was, we were adding 270 to 1.5n, so we subtracted. We were adding 0.9n to 600, so we subtracted. And what we end up with is 330 is equal to 0.6n. And then, you know, people, I've switched it across because some people get confused when the n is on the right hand side or the variable is on the right hand side. So 0.6n is equal to 330, n is equal to 550 because I divided 330 by 0.6. 3 marks. So my final answer is definitely a mark. Me getting this far is definitely a mark. And then any working there in the middle will get you that mark up to that point. That's it for question 1.